to me not until years after. And a lot of the halau and huis out there, they use this too because it's about finding inspiration and finding that venue to set a course on what we need to do and where we need to go. It's kanaka. So, e ke akua nui akua iki, akua poko akua loa e vehi kalani, vehea. Kau hola kalani, kau hola ia. Vāwahi kalani, vāwahi. E kulani haku I kau maila e luna e hu. Kaua maila ua a kupu maila kupu a muo maila muo a liko maila liko a lau maila lau. A lala maila lala a kumu maila kumu a kumu paahina ole. E ho ulumai a ulumai la e. Ahe leo vale no hui. Aloha mai kako. Ke moku kapukoi no na kaula mai o ya mai laina mai. I'm from this once upon a time quiet little valley known as Kaula in the capital of the Kingdom of Lahaina. I still today consider that place as the capital of the kingdom. So in celebration of Lahoi Hoi Ea, it's continual for me. I never forgot about our past. I never forgot about our fiduciary duties and how we kanaka today and need to apply those values of the past into today. And it's been kind of horrendous for myself as well as my family. I know a lot of you previously have heard throughout the news in the state of Hawaii that this one kanaka kind of beat the system in this Kwaitara action against one of the biggest conglomerates on the west side, West Maui Land Company, that I was victorious in 15 years of litigation in the Kwaitara through a jury trial. The decision was granted to me on my genealogical tract. I figure I take everybody, I rewind 20 years from today all the way back from where everything started. I think that in hopes that it would give other families inspiration, because I know we're all seeking for the same. I know that, in our life today, which is a pathetic life, that we gotta live that dual citizenship as Kanaka, and how we need to abide by the existing laws today, but then at the same time there are other laws that protect us out there. And hopefully that I can bring some clarity to giving everybody pieces of a puzzle in hope that you start to pursue your air, your vision, your connection to your family, because those lands out there are waiting for you. And it's really simple. 20 years ago, I was living in Nanakuli, where I met this one brother. He's sitting here today, which is good, which is Eric Enos. Mahalo, Eric, for coming. All the way from Oahu, from Hawaiian. And being in a place that I wasn't rooted, but I know I had a lot of uncles and aunties. Back in 1994, my dad had these kind of visions when he started getting older, and he said that we gotta go home. And every night, there's periodically we used to visit my father. I was living in Anakuli, so every Saturday we had to make it a must to go see daddy. And father was getting all these moi'as saying that get this wahine, they're coming into his dreams saying that we gotta come home. So it was getting kind of crazy with my father every night after night after night. And my dad, he likes to suck him up, yeah. So me, the optimistical son, I'm the youngest out of 7 in my family. I'm the one, the real arrogant one, saying, Dad, you must be drinking too much. You need to slow down. But that wasn't the case. So my father said we had to go home. Knowing that my father's root was in Lahaina, one of the hiapos of that area. My dad got exiled from Maui back in 1947. Literally taken as a child of 14 years, yeah, by the authorities of that town, was taken out. Said, you need to go. So my father left Kaula Valley, and he was exiled by the laws of that town, which was in collaboration with Pioneer Mill. Took my father, put him on one boat, sent him to Lanai. And he was living with the Aikala family in Lanai, Auntie Grace, Uncle Martin Aikala. He was raised with them. My dad went to the Marines at 17 years old, underage, yeah. Well, he went to the Marines, he was stationed at Kwajalein. That was about the time the Korean War. And now let me kind of forward it to where all our heavy repercussions started to happen. That one day my father said we need to go home. And understanding all that pilikia that went happened to him back then, we needed to, his kids needed to find closure for him because there was a lot of missing elements that went happen to my dad. So my father was getting these dreams of this Wahine looking out the window, telling him, you gotta come home, you gotta come home. So we all decided that one day, you know what, we're gonna make the move. So it was my brother Kalani Kapu, my sister Kwailani White, she lives in Papakolea, and myself. Then when we went to Lahaina, my father took us on this huaka'i. From Lahaina school, we went all the way up into the mountains. And he started explaining certain areas. This is where Kanawale Valley used to live. Old man Kanawale Valley. Yeah, he used to live under this old mango tree. And we went to this place and the house was still there. It was overgrown over this mango tree up in, right below Pa'u. Then we made the trek around the valley into Kaula Valley where my dad was raised. The first sign for us was when my father said, I come back. And the place is obliterated. There's nothing there. No more houses. Had a lot of the existing taro patches, but everything was covered up. My father goes in there for about half hour. He comes out and he brings out this big koi pounder. And we're all amazed that, you know, for 50-something years, my father never went home. Then all of a sudden, he goes in the bushes. He brings out his koi pounder when he was a youth, and he says, we're still there. So that gave us even more inspiration, saying, wow, maybe this is our people. Then he said that we needed to find someplace else. It's like my father took us on the footsteps of his past. And he kind of left us there. So there was this hale that was built on the property. And a lot of the Japanese used to malama that hale. Inside the house was, they call them like one prayer stone, which was an image of one wahine and was dressed in white. So a lot of the Japanese from the mill time, they were up in this valley and they lived harmoniously with my ohana. So my father started to get frustrated, so I told him, Dad, wait, you know what, I come back. So I went inside, up alongside the pump house and found this hale with this pohaku dressed, you know, a white sheet around him, and I kind of went freeze. And you know how some can get it, like not very overexcited to the point where I like run out of there because now I see my father's visions of what he saw. Then everything after that was like I started eating my words, apologizing to my dad about him being too drunk. We would never know what he was talking about. But that kind of went slap us, saying that, okay, you know what, finally we're home. And from that time on, litigation started to come. What I did was, the first thing we went to Pioneer Mill and told them, I want the key for you guys' gate. So, and the reasons why is because my father said we had to go home and malama. And it wasn't necessarily the taro patches. In the valley where I live, there's over 2,000 taro patches. But it was the barrels of our